Right now I'm going to talk about one of my favorite mods that I've done to the interior of my FJ Cruiser, and that is, if you look at this panel here, I see it as a bunch of wasted space. It's just, people tend to put extra switches here, but they have to cut holes and stuff. But if you look at the panels here on both sides, here's the passenger side. It's a big sort of wasted space. So I started thinking to myself, what can I do to utilize this space? I pretty much decided to turn it into a little magnetic board. So I magnetized it, guys. This panel comes off somewhat easily. All it takes is a little tug up here, up top, one tug on the bottom, and the panel is out. Now if you turn it around, in the stock version there's a bunch of, this is just a plain empty space here, but you can see that I've taped something on here, and on the back of these are basically really strong magnets. They're called neodymium magnets, and I experimented quite a bit with a bunch of different types of magnets. I bought some magnetic sheets that were pretty thick that I thought were going to be strong enough to pull from the other side of the plastic, but I've discovered that these neodymium magnets are the strongest. I had them sort of laid out in sort of an S-shaped or a reverse S-shaped pattern around these clips, and I discovered that it just wasn't strong enough because they were so spaced out. So I put a bunch of them together, and the thing I noticed about this is that when you put them side by side, their polarities reverse each other. So there is a really strong push and pull force that you'll feel once you put them together. But I used really strong glue to tape them together so that in the event that, God forbid, I got into a serious accident, that there wouldn't be little metal magnets flying around. And they break pretty easily. Since they're pretty strong once you get them in the mail. If you accidentally mishandle them, they can actually, the force of attraction is so strong that they pull together towards each other, and sometimes they crack each other. And once a piece of magnet cracks, then the two pieces reverse in polarity, and they'll start to oppose each other. So I did have a couple pieces crack once I pulled them out of the package. You can sort of see along the side, in the metal, those are the exposed magnets, but they're all taped together. They look like sticks of Trident gum. So they're stuck here together, just one after the other. And I've discovered that once I put it back in, the strength of it is strong enough to hold. I've got this little magnetic basket here with the magnet here, so I can put that on there, and I can hold a bunch of pens or whatever. I've got a magnetic backing on a family picture here, so I can throw that on there and it sticks. I actually have like a key fob to my apartment complex that I just stick right here, so when I enter the gate I can just pull that off and slide it, and then it just goes back here for storage. So that's the way I use the space, and it may not be for everybody, but when you think about it, it is a big, pretty much unused space that I just started thinking about what I can do